You serious? You serious?
I'm never use, medicals. I like clean sport.
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Boxingvoice.com. When I say I promise you, I'm gonna knock out the Gypsy King as well.
Dolly Beyonce Productions.
How am I gonna let this little skinny spaghetti hit man make me?
Boxingvoice.com.
Yeah, numbers don't lie, and I'm the number one guy. And I'm the dog with the bitch.
When I stepped on the scene, I said I wanted this though. I said I wanted that though.
Boxingvoice.com.
So I'm still on the mission.
But I'm gonna chase his ass all the way up there.
I told him it's an easy fight to make.
Some of them like it, some of them don't. Boxingvoice.com.
Good morning, TBV, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nestor Gibbs, and we're back with another one. We will be talking Gennady Golovkin taking on Jaime Munguia. This fight is being reported as a possible next opponent for Gennady Golovkin to take place none other than September 14th. And if you don't know, September 14th is the Mexican Independence holiday. It is the day, or the weekend, should I say, that Canelo always stages his fights. He learned and followed the blueprint from Mayweather, Floyd Money Mayweather. And that's where we are. Can this duo of Gennady Golovkin versus Jaime Munguia steal that Canelo date away? Canelo being very A-side-like, not really bending in negotiations with Gennady Golovkin. Golovkin doesn't want this fight to take place in Las Vegas. He's looking to bring it to Dallas, Texas, to the Cowboys Stadium. And they're at a bit of a snag. The reports, according to all sources, is that Canelo will be looking elsewhere. We've gotten rumors of possibilities of fights between he and Sergey Kovalev for the 175-pound title. There's also rumors, strong rumors, of him versus Callum Smith for the 168-pound title. Callum is the diamond belt holder at 168 of the WBC and the Super WBA champion. I believe he might be the ring champion, but he definitely has the Ali trophy. Now, again, the question is, does Gennady Golovkin and Jaime Munguia present such an event that it can steal the shine, or that the big T-Mobile Arena or Dazn, the broadcaster, would ink and solidify this fight for Golovkin and Munguia? Or will they wait, like the world has been known to do, for Canelo, for the A-side, to decide what it is he's going to do before anyone else can move? Because let's be real. If Canelo moves up to face Sergey Kovalev or Callum Smith, what do we think Gennady's going to do? Is he going to play it safe? And let's be honest, is Jaime Munguia not safe? Many can say Ness, but Brandon Adams just faced Jamal Charlo. He was a 154-pounder, but he certainly was not a 154-pounder moving up his first fight to face Gennady Golovkin. Give Jaime some time. Why is there a rush? I did some research. Back in October 2018, this fight was already being mentioned for Golovkin and Jaime. And back then, we thought it was rushed and he was unknown. And I'm just simply talking of the jump up. He hasn't been looking like a killer. He hasn't been looking like Jarrett Hurd at 154 for us to be rushing him up. And even Jarrett Hurd suffered a loss. So for us to think that he can move up and destroy Golovkin or be competitive simply because you feel he can't make weight, just think about Jarrett Hurd and how he makes the weight. Think about Golovkin and how he makes the weight. Think about I don't know, Canelo and how he made 154 quite easily, even when people thought he couldn't. Even when he had about 5 or 4 fights at 155, he still came back down for the Liam Smith title pay-per-view, did 325,000 pay-per-view buys, snatched the title from Liam Smith, and destroyed him in knockout fashion. Now, I guess the question is, Jaime's performance versus Liam Smith. What do you think of that? Did Liam Smith have more success versus Jaime Munguia than he did versus Canelo Alvarez? Jaime Munguia took, I believe, Liam Smith more rounds than Canelo Alvarez. So I just don't know. I don't see Jaime's dominant performance at the moment that is suggesting he should move up and that he would be safe moving up, that he would be competitive moving up, that he'll have a shot moving up. I mean, these are things that we have to consider. How good of an opponent is he going to be? Or are we just simply rushing him for our entertainment, you know? There's fights for Munguia. I mean, honestly, I would have at least liked to see him attempt a unification. I mean, Jamal Charlo unified at 54, and Jamel hasn't left attempting to unify. Williams unified, Jarrett Hurd unified. I mean, let's just be real. Who doesn't at least try to unify? I don't know. But for some reason, Jaime Munguia is ranked on BoxRec above Julian Williams, Islandri Lara, Jarrett Hurd, Kell Brook, Jesse Vargas, Tony Harrison. Somehow he's ranked above by a significant margin. You know, maybe 40-something points, maybe 50-something points. Strange. I don't even remember him being ranked this high. Julian Williams is unified. IBF, WBA, IBO. Lara is, man, veteran in that division. Held all the titles. He was unified, you know. Jarrett Hurd was unified. Kell Brook is yet to unify at 54, but, you know, and he didn't even unify at 47. But, you know, he's there. He's waiting for a big fight. And that's a fact. I would take the Jaime Munguia Kell Brook at 54. I'm just not sure that Jaime and 60 make sense at the moment. At the moment. I know some are going to, you know, run with the fact that there's been rumors, there's been headlines that he's been struggling to make weight. There have been, and we can't ignore them. But should he move up to 60 and face Golovkin, you know? Or, devil's advocate, is this the right time? Has Golovkin lost the step? Is Jaime Munguia in the right position to take Golovkin out? You know, Golovkin is, I don't know, I think, sheesh, maybe 38? Let's look him up. Let's look up good old Golovkin. Gennady Golovkin. All right, so he's 37. His birthday is April 8th or August 4th. I don't know. Depends how they're writing it here. We got to back up a little bit. All right, so you know, people are complaining about Canelo not fighting Jamal Charlo or Andre, and this is what I'm saying. I mean, look, he fought Daniel Jacobs, then he fought Saul Canelo Alvarez back-to-back, and that was Gennady Golovkin. But let's be real, he fought those two tough fights back-to-back because the Jacobs win earned him the Saul Canelo Alvarez shot. That's how it went down. So after that loss, or draw, he took an in-between, stay busy fight, moved up a 54-pounder, and fought him at 60. So Vanez moved up. Kell Brook moved up. Monroe, I won't say moved up, but we know he won the Bucksino at 54 and did move up, but not right away. He was already a 60-pounder. I mean, it could be argued that he wasn't, right? Or actually, Brandon Adams moved up to fight Monroe, so maybe Monroe was always at 60. Let me just double-check that. Yeah, there you go. Well, yeah, he was always at 60. So when he fought Adams, it was at 60. So Adams was the one moving up. So, I mean, there you go. Full-fledged middleweight in Monroe, Murray, Rubio, DeGale. So people criticize Golovkin, but it's really only Rosado, Nobuhiro Ishida, you know, that moved up, as well as Vanez Martirosyan and Kell Brook. So he's got about 4 move-ups. Now we got Canelo. And Canelo faced Jacobs, Fielding, 2 naturally big men. Golovkin, consecutively. Golovkin, again, natural. Julio Cesar Chavez, naturally big. Brought up. Actually, Liam Smith was a natural 54-pounder when Canelo fought him at 54. So, first one going backwards from his last fight is Amir Khan, who he brought up from welterweight to fight at junior middleweight, 155 catchweight. Cotto, same thing, started his career at 47 like Canelo, but the time they faced each other, natural 54-pounder, they fought at a 55 catchweight. Kirkland, natural 54-pounder. Laura, natural. Angulo, natural. Mayweather, catchweight 52. So you got to go really deep into Canelo's career. Right before he fought Austin Trout, he brought up Josecito Lopez from welterweight. Also brought up Mosley, who was a career welterweight late in his career, to face him. That's about it, though. You know, those are on par. I mean, maybe someone can argue he brought Matthew Hatton up. But does that matter? You know, weren't those developmental fights? You know, once his career took off, which was after the Mosley fight, which was a split site pay-per-view with Floyd, and he was on the Floyd undercard, then he did his own show with Josecito Lopez, and that's when I believe Sergio Martinez and Julio Cesar Chavez had their own fight in Vegas at the Thomas and Mack Center. After that, he did the Austin Trout fight. So he really didn't bring anybody up outside of Khan. You know, again, people complain, oh, Canelo weight. But yeah, he was still fighting guys 1 pound above 54 that were natural 54-pounders. The only guy he brought up is Amir. Again, if we talk about Golovkin, he's got a lot of people he's brought up. And now with this mention of Munguia, it will be even more people that he's bringing up. You know, some will argue Curtis Stevens was small. He's even gone back down to 54, if I'm not mistaken. But again, we'll be going too far in. Like Kasim Uma obviously was not a natural 160-pounder, which was a very tough fight for Golovkin. His critics, his fans seem to think that he was ill for that fight. He had the flu or something, and that's why he performed the way that he did. He still got the stoppage, though. But, yeah, he's brought up guys, you know. And if you want to keep things in perspective, Adams, like I said, at the time he fought Charlo, he already had more than 4 fights at 160. Korobov, natural 160. Hugo Centeno, you can argue, debate that he brought Hugo up, but in fact, Hugo was at 160 before Jamal Charlo. Highland, natural 160. And then you'll see his 54-pound career where he didn't bring anybody up. He fought all natural fighters in his division. So quite interesting comparing their resumes. And just going over their resumes, again, I give Canelo a pass. His resume just is leaps and bounds above anyone else's. And if he wants to fight Sergey, Kovalev, Callum, Smith, he deserves the right to. We just went through the resumes. And we can go to Mr. Andrade, who also I have pulled up. And, you know, he didn't really bring many people up himself. When he fought Brian Rhodes, all natural. Now, Freddie Hernandez obviously was a welterweight, but it wasn't Andrade that brought him up. Like, Andrade fought him after Laura went about 10 rounds with him, I believe. But so did Andrade go 10 rounds. And Vanez, natural 54. Brian Rhodes, natural 54. William Nelson, natural 54. Alantez Fox moved up. Let's see if he moved up on that fight. I believe he was there before he faced Andrade. And, yeah, look, you can see he was heavy. He was always basically, look, since 2015, you know, and even 14, he was at 57. Like, he really never was a 54-pounder. Maybe he was early in. Look, he's got about no consistency, right? You're looking at this yourself if you're watching the screen share show. Again, Andrade, Canelo, Charlo doing a better job of not, you know, bringing anyone up, of fighting people in their division. So this would be right on par with Gennady Golovkin if he chose to bring Jaime up. And if we chose to accept it, it would be right on par. I count about 5 to 6 people he brought up in weight to face him. And that's Golovkin. You know, you could only count Amir Khan unless you're going to go deep into Canelo's resume. But look, this is what we're talking about. You're interested, you know the number, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time. Voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People. Now, don't forget, you can hit the thumbs up button in the future, present, past. It helps with the visibility of the show. Obviously, it lets me know that you appreciate me coming out here, even solo. Send your prayers and love to Mike, who is still ill, under the weather, suffering blood clot surgery, if that is anything. He will do the honors of giving you any other details that he chooses to, reveal to you of his sickness or illness. But I'm flying solo, so hit that thumbs up button for the solo show. Hit that thumbs up button, just for the weekly, daily, morning show. Don't forget you can add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation. Let's get on out to our sponsors and get this thing going.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Let's go out to the streets. Looks like we got some callers that I need to use my trusty phone list for. Looks like we got Kay in Little Rock. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Ness.
How are you?
Yeah, I think I'm good. How are you?
Good.
And want to send out my prayers to Mike. Hope he gets better soon. And about Jaime Munguia, Golovkin, I forget the name of the guy that Munguia fought last, but that dude made him look really bad. I think right now Triple G will still beat Jaime Munguia pretty easily.
Yeah, man, I agree.
Munguia's defense is just not that good.
Totally agree. I would like to see Munguia, get a few fights, man. Get a few fights in that division before, taking on the task of a Gennady Golovkin.
Definitely. He needs to work on his defense, get a little bit better, because right now he's too easy to hit.
Agreed.
All right, thank you, Ness.
All right,
have a
brother.
good day, man.
Well, thank you for calling in, and we're going to keep these phone lines moving. Let's go out to... I believe this is Jay Hardcore in Baltimore.
Hey, what's up there, fella?
What's up, champ?
Gennady Golovkin Productions.
Jay Hardcore Boxing. You don't know shit about boxing.
Boxingvoice.com. Okay.
Hey, what's up there, family? This there, man, I really feel, though, that they using Jaime as a sacrificial lamb, man. Why would they put this guy out there like that, just getting up into the division? I mean, that really would make no sense to me whatsoever. Me personally, I feel, though, that he should be fighting the kid that just fought this weekend. What's that? Demetrius Andrade?
Oh, Demetrius Andrade. Yeah, but that's the thing, right?
Yes.
That's the thing, Jay. If you were K2 Promotions, if you were Tom Lawford, would you put Gennady in there at 37 with Demetrius Andrade and risk losing that trilogy fight? Because if you lose to Andrade, you don't get the trilogy. If you stay in the win column, you at least can negotiate.
Yeah, man, but I mean, come on, man. He supposed to be the boogeyman. That's how he's always been known as, the boogeyman. And Canelo and them was telling him, "Hey, get a belt. There's a belt."
No, but let's be
honest,
all
underneath
Jay.
the zone.
When's the last time you considered? No, honestly, like when's the last time you considered him the boogeyman?
It's been a while. I agree there. You got me there. Touche. But I mean, I feel
look, he didn't even
feel that he can handle the top of the division. Go ahead.
Well, he struggled.
What'd you say?
He struggled or didn't look like the boogeyman versus Jacobs, right? Like some people thought maybe Jacobs beat that fight. That's what kind of when we were falling or jumping off the bandwagon. Like, wait a minute, we were asking this guy to fight somebody. He's fighting somebody now. It's not looking that way. Then he fights, Gennady, and some see him losing, some see him get a draw, and obviously a big portion see him getting the win. But it continues that deterioration of, Gennady Golovkin. Then in his next fight, it's Vanez Martirosyan. Then another fight with Canelo where he loses. We're questioning, has he lost a step? Comes back after a layoff. Looks rusty with Steve Rose. What was your thoughts with him and Steve Rose on that fight?
Oh, man. I mean, I would have the emoji with my hand over my face on that particular one. I just thought that looked real ugly. I'm going to be truthfully honest. And I did have Jacobs winning that fight with him and Jacobs scored. I had him winning about 1 point only, but I felt, though, that Jacobs did enough to win that particular fight. Yes. I'm serious, man. I'm real dead serious on that. I had Jacobs 1 point or draw. I didn't give it to Triple G on that particular one. But, I mean, it seemed like Canelo and them really don't even care too much about that fight. I think the zone is trying to get that money back. They done spent half a billion so far. They done gave Canelo like $300. I'm pretty much sure they gave Triple G between $150 to $200. That's $500 million right
now,
there.
Jay.
So I mean,
we've witnessed interviews with Joe McCloskey and John Skipper of Dazn. I've sat down myself with Joe McCloskey and heard them say, we have a seat at the table. We get to decide who our fighters fight. We have a say-so. They've given Gennady Golovkin a 6-fight contract. Now,
I was amazed though being a 6. I thought it was going to be a 3-fight, but 6, I was amazed on that.
Exactly. Now, this fight with Jaime Munguia, it fits right in the paw. They know Canelo's doing his own thing and attracting subscribers. Like, will Gennady, Canelo, bring in people? Maybe. But Canelo doing these super fights is bringing in people. Canelo moving up in weight. Canelo unifying. Canelo going to 75. That's going to bring attention to the broadcaster. Now, if you did give Golovkin a 6-fight deal, maybe Jaime Munguia is the right appetizer to keep him winning in that 6-fight deal. I just don't understand, as a broadcaster, why would you tarnish the reputation of a 22-year-old who possibly could be something. I mean, he's almost 60 points above all the other junior middleweights at BoxRec. What's your thoughts on Jaime as a fighter overall?
I think he's a good fighter. I don't take him as a great fighter. I give him average. I don't put him at the top. I'm going to be truthfully honest. I feel, though, that he's completely beatable if you put him against, the top 3 in that division. I think he loses to each one. But I think he's like more of a middle of the road, but he's 22. I mean, we don't know what he can be at 27 or 28, but they're not even giving him a chance at this point if they putting him in here. At that point, like I said from the beginning, they're sacrificing him. But why? I don't understand that. Why?
So in your opinion, it's a bad move. They should not do this to Jaime. You see potential in Jaime.
Yeah. Yes. I definitely see potential, and I feel, though, in the long run, it'd be good. But at 22, I mean, that's just like how they did Erson Lubin. You know what I mean? They sent them in too early. Let these fighters develop, man.
All right. Well, Jay, man, thank you for calling in. Obviously, I'm going to get out to some other callers. Dominic in Seattle, you haven't pressed 1, my ringer friend. I'm not sure if you want to rock out. Same for JP and my mastermind, Joseph. You guys are probably, just listening, and that's cool. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It helps with the visibility of the show. Lets us know that you do appreciate what it is that we're doing around here. So now we're taking calls, 1-425-569-5241. Give me your opinion on Jaime Munguia and Gennady Golovkin. The rumor or reports are that this will be Golovkin's next fight. Not Demetrius Andrade, the way that Canelo Alvarez would like, right? He's asking Triple G to go ahead and face Demetrius Andrade and show his worth. And once again, similar to when he faced Daniel Jacobs, earned the right to face Canelo Alvarez, because Alvarez is the franchise. He's the star. Funny that we call him franchise fighter now. Maybe they've been listening to the show. We always, use fighters and that word, right? We say he's a franchise. AJ's a franchise. Danny's a franchise. Why? Because there's more there than just a fighter. There's something that the promoter can build off of and capitalize. But let's go out to Texas. Good morning.
JD, motherfucker.
There's a lot of things I like to move, so just try to get on my game. I don't know why they gonna call me for a trip. I'm a 54-pounder, but I have a brother that's at 160.
What's going on? I like to get frustrated about these two cats, man. Triple G and Canelo, the way they move. Listen, you just fought Steven Rose, whatever his name is. Go get, Andra right there. You know what I'm saying? Charlo got the WBC. Andra got the W. It's time to go in tough again. How old is Triple G at this point? 36, 37?
37 years old. He started his
37.
career
You don't have
2006.
He don't have too much more time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like the way they be holding out. And I'm gonna just be honest, man. It seemed like it's and I hate to bring race into it, but it seemed like it's only done to the black fighters, man. Now he did fight.
What you talking
Jacobs,
about?
Which is my
Gennady fought Daniel Jacobs. He just fought Steve Rose. He fought Curtis Stevens. He fights black fighters.
Listen to me, man. Stop it.
He fought Kell
Steven
Brook,
Rose
Dominic
don't
Wade,
even count.
Willie Monroe. Like that's black to me. Kasim Umar.
I'm talking about the good ones, man. I'm talking about the ones who actually, you know how we always be like, he don't deserve the fight. I'm talking about the ones that actually deserve it, man.
Okay.
Like the Andrade. Listen, how long are we gonna play this game to where a top dog in the division, and I don't even like vouching for Andrade because he moved funny as well, but at this point, man, it's time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. It just seemed like it's time, and the man is with the zone. Triple G is with the zone. Make the fucking fight happen. Why we bringing up 154 guys? You know who is clearly ducking the rest of the 154 guys. Come on, man. Listen, man. And I hate to be negative, man, because there's a whole lot of positivity going on. We got Thurman Pacquiao coming up. We got good fights. But the way Triple G...
I'm just saying, again, I got BoxRec as you're talking, and I'm screen sharing, and I'm just looking at Jamal Charlo, and he's 29, and Andrade, and he's 31, and Golovkin, and he's 37, and Jaime, and he's only 22, but Canelo Alvarez is a sweet 28 years old with dozens and dozens of accolades, and, as you put it, guys who deserve the fight on his resume. And y'all got the nerve.
Exactly.
Y'all got the nerve to fix your lips up to call this man names. It's funny because I've box-wrecked all these men, but to have it side by side this way and see what they've done. Jamal started his career in 2008. That's what? 2 years after Golovkin, right? Let's just go proof again. Golovkin started his in 2006. Canelo started his in 2005. Demetrius started his in 2008. So all these guys, Jaime Munguia started his in 2013. And this is exactly why I keep saying let's not rush Jaime. But all these other guys, they've started their career right on par with Canelo Alvarez, and they ain't done what Canelo's done. They ain't moved up in weights. They ain't done pay-per-views. They ain't sold out arenas. They not franchise fighters, but they mad. Like, why you mad at Canelo? Canelo's resume is speaking for itself. It's speaking for, he's 28. Charlo's 29.
Bro.
Andre's 30
bro,
fucking one. They're older than him.
They're
older. Gennady's 37.
Canelo,
I don't want to hear nobody calling here talking about Canelo this, Canelo that. Canelo got more fucking top 10 names on his resume than probably all these dudes put together. That's the saddest point.
Listen to me. Canelo is good. Credit to him. But the way they moving them, listen, they've been doing this. They've been playing a weight game, Canelo weight. You remember us complaining about this like 5-6 years ago?
What weight game? What weight game? We just talked about that. Let's be real. Miguel Cotto wasn't a
okay,
natural...
listen, Canelo...
I'm going to ask you. Miguel Cotto wasn't naturally a 54-pounder at the time that Canelo fought him?
No, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about before that. Let's go back before that when you got let me finish. You got the up-and-coming Charlos who had belts. One of them had a belt. I can't remember what belts they had, right? But they picking and choosing. When he fought James Kirkland, that should have been Charlo.
Listen to me. We went through this yesterday, right? Only dudes that don't understand boxing think Canelo ducked Charlo. Now check it out. Charlo fought December 22nd. All right, I got it pulled up. Make sure you watching, you following along with me on YouTube. Look, Charlo fought.
I got you, man.
Charlo fought
this
December 10th, right? 2016. Now I'm on Canelo's resume. He fought September 16th. No, excuse me. September 17th, 2016. So he fought 90
seconds.
He fought 3 months before Charlo. 3 months. And did 325 pay-per-view buys. Now, Charlo had the biggest fight of his career thus far versus Julian Williams. So you see how Canelo couldn't have ducked Charlo, because all the energy to Jamal Charlo was, you better not duck Julian Williams. Why you trying to move up? Now he can't make weight. He ducking Williams. Williams and Bradman, who is Stephen Edwards, the trainer of Julian Williams, doing numerous interviews, countless interviews, saying that Jamal was going to duck Williams, okay? So Jamal had his own storyline that did not include Canelo Alvarez. So when, in fact, did Canelo duck this man? Tell me. Because if you don't remember the story like that, that means you're not a hardcore boxing fan. That means you don't know shit about boxing, because I know that that's how the story went. Julian Williams was stalking Charlo. Charlo was out here, you know, saying, yo, I'm moving up, and then everybody thought he was going to duck. He turned around and forced himself to make that weight to prove to us that he ain't no duck. So when the fuck was he calling out Canelo? When the fuck was he supposed to make that fight? Because I could swear the next fight with Canelo Alvarez was 1.1 million.
Seconds.
1.1 million fucking pay-per-views with Julio Cesar Chavez. So y'all better stop. Y'all better stop. Because Floyd ain't never did that. Floyd ain't never fought fucking Margarito or Paul Williams just because they had a little bit of a fucking buzz. They got a fly buzz. They ain't bees.
Are you finished or are you done?
Nigga, you know I ain't finished, but you gonna go.
You finished or you done? Because, listen, man, I'm talking about, listen to what I'm saying. When he fought Amir Khan, when he brought up Amir Khan and all these guys, he had credible, listen, instead of fighting at Canelo weight, why not unify at 154? And you just said yourself,
bruh, you make no
I heard
sense.
You say this.
As a former
the man
fighter,
never unified.
Who never unified? You bumped your fucking head. He fought dudes and unified. When he fought Liam, he unified, champ. That's your problem. You don't know.
Okay, yeah, my bad. Liam. Yeah, he fought Liam Smith. Or Callum Smith, whatever the fuck his name was.
No, he didn't unify. He didn't unify that belt.
Okay.
But when he did unify, he
was too busy playing Canelo weight.
He unified at
60. Come on, man.
Come
on, champ. You supposed to be the hardcore.
No. Dog, listen to what you're saying. Yo, don't unify with middleweight Miguel Cotto, a legendary first ballot Hall of Famer. Instead, unify 54 with Jamal Charlo. Who exactly? Because you supposed to be the hardcore. When he fought Kirkland, he ain't had no belt. And when he fought Laura, there was no belt. And when he fought Angulo, there was no belt. So when exactly did he have a belt at 54 to unify? And
No. Charlo had the belt.
Yeah.
Charlo had the belt.
One belt.
So why not go fight a champion at 154 if you're gonna fight a guy who been out?
Listening. That's
wait.
Why. He's
gonna fight a guy in Kirkland who been out of the ring for 8 years.
That's not what he did. All right, we're gonna go back to screen share. We're gonna learn together. It's all goody.
In Houston at that. In Houston.
Together. Who we on? This is Canelo right here.
No, you can't defend this. You can't defend the fuckery, man.
He fought James Kirkland 2015. All right, here we go. We're going to Charlo. Oh, wait. We got to go back. Exact date. He fought James Kirkland, May, Cinco de Mayo. I should have known that. When Charlo fought, we don't know. We got to check. We don't know. We got to check. 2015, Cinco de Mayo. Charlo ain't even fight. He ain't even had a belt. So you want him to fight Charlo, who was unknown, and his biggest fight was Michael Finn. Yo, I'm done with you. I gave you 10 boomerangs. You're done. Who's next? Who the fuck got skills? Who got skills to show me Canelo ducked? Because look at your man. Oh, he should have fought him. He should have fought him when he fought Kirkland. So Charlo was known. He could have did what Kirkland did. Man, get the fuck out of here. Let's go to somebody from Texas, see if they can do a better job. Joseph, Mastermind, Big Super Mex. No, September 13th is your Border Wars debut. Talk to me, champ.
Yo, Ness, can you hear me loud and clear?
Loud and clear.
Because I got something for JD. JD, first of all, when Canelo fought Kirkland was not out the ring 8 years. He was coming out of a tremendous knockout of Glenn Tapia. People thought Kirkland was back and was a monster. Okay, that's number one. Number two, at that time, you guys seem to forget that Al Heyman and Richard Shaver had just pulled all the fighters from Golden Boy, so they weren't doing business together. And Canelo Alvarez unified the 154 titles with Austin Trout. Austin Trout was the WBA champion. He took that belt from, I believe he won it against Cotto. They unified, and then Mayweather took those belts from Canelo. There's another fact for you. And then you're talking about Amir Khan.
He's
Amir
right.
Khan was for the
Look at that right
title.
there. WBA, WBC. He's right. Talking about he unified every division,
and Ring
man.
Magazine.
Every division of the champ
Exactly.
don't play. I don't think he unified 47, but that's okay.
People want to talk about Canelo weight, right? When they talk about the Cotto fight, but Cotto is the one who demanded the weight. He was the A side.
He was the A
in that
side. Yo, Cotto even gave Sergio
Canelo.
Martinez a catch weight at middleweight. Remember?
Exactly, 157 pounds. And then, I mean, come on, Amir Khan. Of course, you're gonna fight him at a catch weight. But again, that was the first Golden Boy and PBC fighters. Golden Boy and PBC fighters, I don't think have done very much business up until the JoJo Diaz Gayer Russell fight. So let's not act like that didn't exist either. Let's not act like Al Heyman and Oscar were just jumping for joy to work with each other at that time.
Yo,
Dudes
check it
are
out.
foolish.
Check it out. Check it out. When Canelo was busy ducking, according to the fans, when he was busy ducking in 2016, Cinco de Mayo, when he fought Amir Khan, that he did 600 pay-per-view buys in a super fight, right? Jamal Charlo, 3 weeks later, was having the biggest fight of his career thus far versus Canelo victim Austin Trout. Just some facts for them Charlo fanboys out there. Just some facts.
Exactly, and then they're talking about fight the unified or take a title time. At that time he fought Khan, he was defending the middleweight title. Granted, like I said, nobody's been a big fan of the Khan fight. We're not defending it, but at the end of the day, business is business, and it made a better business sense. And let's be real, when he fought Amir Khan, how many people were calling for Charlo to fight Canelo?
Nobody, because everybody, nobody,
nobody,
Joseph, because everybody was calling for Charlo to face Williams. They was, you better not duck Williams.
And everybody wanted Canelo to fight Triple G. So, it's just funny how quick they'll change the narrative and try to look back. He should have fought him. He fought him in Houston. Yeah, like Kirkland isn't from Texas. Kirkland is from Austin.
Kirkland was more popular at the time, bro. If we go to Kirkland's resume and see the fights that he was in up until then, he had more names than Jamal Charlo. He had fought Angulo.
Exactly.
He had fought Glenn Tapia.
He
fought Carlos Molina. You know, he was out there. He fought
Nobuhiro
Yoshida.
Glenn Tapia win.
Brian Vera. And all these fights was on TV. And they was, HBO was
try
big.
To say that he hurt Canelo during that fight.
HBO was big
on Kirkland. People even try to say that
until he suffered that
hurt
first
Canelo
loss.
during that fight. People were like, "Oh, he hurt him." Yeah, against Ishida. But yeah, he was coming off the Glenn Tapia win where he just looked like a monster. He slaughtered Glenn Tapia when Glenn Tapia was still undefeated.
Chill, Joseph. Don't beat him to death, man. Let JD breathe a little, man. Don't get manslaughter, man. Just
they want to come with facts. Let's come with facts.
They don't want facts.
But
they just want Canelo to give out Willy Wonka tickets everywhere. They want Canelo to change everybody's life for no reason. It can't make sense for Canelo. It could only make sense for the opponent because the opponent deserves an opportunity.
Think about it. Canelo was. Before Canelo fought Floyd, he was signed to fight Paul Williams. Floyd wouldn't even fight Paul Williams.
That's right, and Paul Williams had a motorcycle. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why they disrespecting Canelo, calling him a duck. He been fighting, when they thought he wouldn't fight Floyd, he took a catch weight. He took a catch weight to fight Floyd. Like, y'all disrespectful, and this is how I know it don't matter who. And Wilder should open up his eyes, because it don't matter who it is. Y'all always going to hate him. Look at what Canelo's done so far, and y'all still find a way to hate him.
And he was supposed to fight Cotto 3 years before they fought, but Cotto got beat. So he fought the guy who beat him.
Bro, they hating on him,
you know?
bro.
And then after that,
Boomerang back in. Let me get to some other callers. I got Stunner, New Jersey. Actually, Stunner, my bad. I got to go to my Boomerang. I'm sorry, champ. That's what Patreon is all about. And we definitely support and believe and love the support that we receive from our patrons, man, because without them, we wouldn't be here giving you this free show, plus giving you Film Study Tuesday today at patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. So let me get out to Rookie of the Year. Self-proclaimed Rookie of the Year until you vote him that way.
Boxingvoice.com.
It's money to shit. Working that bitch. Ballin' like Swish. Diamonds wet like a fish. Pull up with them sticks. Come fuck with the clique. We fucked on your bitch. She sucking the dick. I'm whipping the work.
Hey, yo, what's going on? It's your boy H Money. Mr. Dazn, the Boxing Voice 2019 Rookie of the Year. And this is a great show. And I mean, I respect you so much for speaking the truth. Canelo is the best. Yes, he is the cash cow, and he never ducked anybody. The resume speaks for itself with Amir Khan, Floyd Mayweather, Miguel Cotto, Shane Mosley. You talk about Kirkland, you got Liam Smith, you got Rocky Fielding, you got Triple G back to back. I mean, you can't name another fighter with this resume. And that's the Char Hoes. Yes, sir, the Char Hoes. They are definitely ducking Canelo, and so is Earl Spence Jr. Earl Spence, stop ducking. Stop clout chasing. Every second you got Canelo's name in your mouth, but you don't want to fight. They offered you $20 million, Earl Spence, your biggest payday, and you rejected the offer, and you still clout chasing. Let's talk about facts. Let's talk about Demetrius Andrade pulling up on Charles Ho. Charles Ho ducked him. That's the fight. Charles Ho, stop running. Won't you unify? Same thing with Earl Spence. Mikey Garcia moved up 2 weight classes. Canelo moved up in weight. Earl Spence never moved up in weight till this day, and he ain't gonna move up. He killing himself. He walking around at 200 pounds. That's Earl Spence, but he don't want to fight Canelo. He talking about he's sparring against heavyweights. Me, I hear you, but I gotta see to believe. You feel me? Next, Jaime Munguia. Yes, sir. A Mexican star, 22 years old. At 21, he was world champion. He knocked out Saddam Ali. Knocked him out, bro. Come on. This guy's a superstar. And like you said, they should build him up. But you know, you got a Latin background. You guys don't duck anybody. Mexicans, Latins, anybody, bro. Hispanic. I'm telling you, Jaime Munguia, if he does beat.
Cut it.
Going out to UK Zone, Deej, the Boomeranger.
Nigga, when my name come up, respect it.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Hey, yo, Sept, I want to them boy. Oh, yeah, talk the boy, go suck out your mama bumbo. And give your father a body wash too. Where you want more?
Deej, what up?
Yo, what's up, champ? How's it going? Oh man, it's been such a long time. I missed most of the show, but I just want to wish Mike a speedy recovery. I've been watching most of his shows on replay. Obviously, can't wait to see him back. I'm not quite sure of how serious his condition is. I don't know if you got any updates. He posted
something on his Instagram. Like, again, all I know is that it was a blood clot in his leg. He's doing better, and he's waiting to be released. But, you know, you can hit him up on Gross 1911 and get specifics. I don't want to say something that it isn't. I know he posted it, you know, he posted his leg and everything on Instagram, so you could check it out. I guess he's cool with that, you know, because he posted it there. But, you know, I don't want to misdiagnose by saying some shit that I don't know.
Nah, of course, 100% still. But Mike, if you're watching this, can't wait to see you back in the game. And I'm kind of disgusted by the people on Patreon trying to take Mike's spot. You can't take Mike's spot. Come on. Disgusting, man.
Come on. I don't think he's trying to take Mike's spot. I think, first of all, we've always had a rotating panel of hosts. It's always been like 4 people on at one time, you know? And it's just died down because the demand is more difficult, right? Like, I do shows daily because this is my job. So the co-hosts, they can't really live that lifestyle. But I miss those days, man. I wouldn't mind having a few co-hosts back on here.
Hey, holler at H. Trust me, holler at H. He'll hold you down. Trust me. H is getting the numbers. We're doing the work, and he's getting the numbers. You gotta holler at H. Like I said, just one show. He'll hold you down. But it's up to you at the end of the day. But yeah, we're putting in that work. I don't know if you've seen what we've been doing. We're pushing the Border Wars show. We're doing some more promotions on the Sunday. We've been working to get you a super fight as well. So I know you've probably seen that work. We're trying to get you that Kugan Cassius fight.
You know I've been watching, man. You know I see everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we're working here. We're trying to push that brand. We're going to try and take Border Wars to the next level, you know, and we're going to run with that. We're going to push it to the wheels fall off. Anyway, I'm out. Peace.
All right. Yo, my man said, I don't even know what kind of a friend am I because I don't know. Yo, I can only tell you what Mike tells me. He didn't give me a specific illness. He said, bruh, I got a blood clot in my leg, and I went to the hospital, and they've held me here since Saturday. That's it. I said, next time I checked in, bruh, how are you? How you doing? Nah, they got me on a morphine drip. Next time we checked in, bruh, what's going on? How you feeling? Now I'm waiting to be released, see if they gonna let me out of here. So, like, I could only tell you what they telling me. But I'm a find this nigga and block us. Get your ass out of here. You on timeout for talking shit. Let me go to Stunner in New Jersey. What up?
Yo, y'all hear me?
Loud and clear.
All right. I'm gonna be perfectly honest, right, about this whole Canelo Charlo situation. I'm gonna give y'all the cold hard truth about the matter. I'm not apologetic in saying this. All right, for all my real ones, and don't mind the shots. I'm playing a video game right now. Now, I want to ask y'all a real question. How many Mexicans are in the NBA? 0. How many Mexicans are in the NFL? Damn near 0. In all the biggest sports in America, there are 0 Mexicans participating or on that level to compete on that level. So here we come to boxing. We have a rare-headed Mexican. So what are they going to do? They're going to hold this red-headed Mexican, who's their only athlete in all of the major sports landscape, to a higher acclaim. So now I want you to think of all the black fighters that Canelo has fought other than the one named Mayweather, right? So if you rank every black fighter from 154 to 168, has he fought any of the top 3 black fighters in that range?
You a hater. You a hater. Pause right there. No. Hold on. Let me rebut that.
You fought a former cancer patient, Danny Jacobs. You don't get no stain for that shit.
Man,
I ain't hearing that.
That's disrespectful, champ. You fucking wildin'. This nigga say you fought a fucking former cancer patient in Daniel Jacobs. Now Daniel Jacobs is no good. And not only is he not good, he's not good because he had cancer. Bro, you disrespectful as hell. Go sit in a fucking corner somewhere. What's wrong with you, bro? You don't say no shit like that. And secondly, he's all fucking wrong. How the fuck you gonna say he ain't fight a top black fighter when he fought Austin Trout coming off the fucking Miguel Cotto win? You bum-ass caller. But you got the nerve to disrespect that deeply on Daniel Jacobs? Motherfucker, Austin Trout was an underdog when he beat the shit out of Miguel Cotto in New York City. In New York City. Not controversially. Defied the fucking odds, and Canelo Alvarez fought him next. A southpaw. Now Austin's a bum in retrospect to you motherfuckers because you're fickle and you never been in the fucking ring. You never been punched in the fucking face. So you fickle. You fucking forget. You forget what Trout did, and you forget that Canelo, way younger than Trout at the time, jumped the fuck in there even after he beat Cotto, who Canelo wanted, but Cotto didn't fight. Instead, he fought Trout. Fickle fucker. Fuck out of here. Go sit in the corner for the rest of the show, man. Call back tomorrow. Marcus, DC, talk to me.
Yo, what's good, Ness, man? I don't know what's up with these dudes, man. Listen, man. Triple G was the interim champion for 3 years after the Rubio fight before he got a title, man. He mowed down everybody who was in the top 10 before he finally got the lineal champion in the ring. Everybody crying like Charlo been sitting on this list for so long. He been the interim champ for 14 months. He got 3 showcase fights. In 3 fights, he was in a goddamn dog fight. For what? Everybody else is talking this nonsense, man. If you want to call out a Triple G or Canelo, you make your performances undeniably so that the fans say, hey, man, I want to see him against that. I don't want to see him against him because he got the machine behind him. I don't see Charlo beating either one of these dudes, man. I'll be perfectly honest with you. And like you said, like Ace Money said before, shout out to Ace Money, having that boomerang, he get to steal some of my thunder, but that's what you do when you're on that Patreon. How many times did we sit there and watch Andrade sit there at both either Jamel or Jamal Charlo's press conference after they fought some other bum again and say, man, what's up, man? When y'all give me some smoke? And neither one of them have answered the call. Now Andrade and both Charlo are both regular level champions now in WBC and in the WBO. Why the fuck would you fight each other to raise your profile to make a Canelo or a Triple G feel like they have to fight you? Both of these dudes are still fighting nondescript dudes. These other 2 dudes that y'all talking about, what's it called? What is he talking about? If you don't even like Canelo, you can't argue with his resume. That's idiotic. You know what I'm saying? Triple G mowed through the whole top 10 before he got him while holding the other 2 belts. So where's this track record of either Charlo or Andrade doing anything similar to that to request a fight from either one of those 2? Who, in reality, Triple G, it was a former champion lost to Canelo. Every champion should get a rematch right away, but everybody keep acting like Triple G lost 2 times. Like, he got to go through Charlo to get back at Canelo. No! Triple G was the champion the last time he fought Canelo. Canelo and Triple G, both on their showcase fights, they destroyed people. You know what I'm saying? Fielding got destroyed. Vargas got destroyed. Rose got destroyed. Anytime you put them on their showcase fight, they in between big fights, they crush people. Show me where Andrade and Charlo is crushing people that you just gonna push them into that fight. No golden ticket for you, man. Whoop some ass and then you get a golden ticket. DC in the building, I'm out.
Bruh, man, good call. Let me get to T Plums. Holla at me on Skype.
Yo, can you come back to me next?
All right, we got Joseph Mastermind Boomerang. Talk to me. Joe, you taking it or you busy? Going once, twice. H Money, holla at me, Boomerang.
Hey, Ness, I just want to, man, I got a shout outs to Marcus, the 2017 Rookie of the Year of the Boxing Voice, man. He's a great caller from DC. I respect him so much. And Ness, if I could talk about Border Wars, give me a hot second, man. I just want to tell you about the newest signing, Greg Morgan. He did sign officially. And Ness, he's in the military. He is a war hero. I love this kid. I mean, he played football growing up, Ness. You know what I'm saying? And his favorite fighter was Mayweather. And definitely his favorite fighter was Muhammad Ali, Ness. And he's a Caucasian. He's my first Caucasian fighter. He's a white fighter, Ness. And I love all people. You know what I mean? I'm not pro-black. I'm not pro-Mexican. I'm pro-everybody, Ness. And Border Wars, we growing so much. The last show we just did, 300 views in a day, Ness. Like, this real views, man. I'm working. We got new fans coming to the Boxing Voice, people signing up to Patreon. And thank you for the opportunity. Shout outs to Mike. Come home, Mike. We want you back, you dig? We in here, Ness, TBV, you dig?
All right, brother. Well, thanks for calling in. Keeping that energy. We got Deej on the Boomerang. Talk to me.
Yeah, I hope. Yeah, you gotta holler at H. Seriously, you gotta holler at H. But nah, seriously, he's been putting in that work. seriously. So I don't know. You got to give him a little show, man. At least a one border show. But actually, we need you on our show, to be honest. But we're trying to build you up. We've got some things planned for you as well. So we're working hard promoting all the other fighters too. So it's one step at a time. But you got to holler at H. But I'm out.
All right, T Plums, talk to me.
What up, Ness?
What up?
I just want to respond to H Money first call. Like he was tripping. Like saying Charlo ducking Canelo and Spence ducking Canelo. How the hell is Spence ducking somebody 2 weight classes ahead of him? I understand he think Earl Clout chasing, but Canelo called
you gotta
him
understand.
out.
You gotta understand what H is saying. You gotta, first see the perspective in which he's coming from. Right? It's like you telling people in interviews you want to fight me and you're gonna whoop my ass, but you didn't take an offer from my promoter to fight me for $20 million. So that's what H is saying. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he said he gonna call that bluff after Porter fight.
Okay,
So,
but he could have called that bluff. Listen, he could have called that bluff when they offered it, right? Instead of saying in videos how you gonna fuck him up, but not call the bluff.
Well, I disagree.
Okay.
But the point is, back to Charlo's. Like, I don't see how everybody tripping over the Charlo Adams fight. Like, this dude won every round, but everybody talking about he's struggling, he ain't look good and all that stuff. I mean, is Brandon Adams the type of same caliber? Do you think Brandon Adams same caliber as Steve Rose type dude?
Hell no. I think Brandon Adams has done way more than Steve Rose.
All right, then. So it's like they comparing Triple G to Steve Rose, dude nobody heard of, to Brandon Adams. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to contend. I understand it ain't the same level, but niggas, they just like everything. Everybody wants to hate on Charlos for some reason. Like, I mean, I understand they get aggressive sometimes, but how do you want your fighters to be? Like, you want your fighters to be soft and sweet, like, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, the hate gotta stop because they just hating on everybody that ain't DAZN or whatever.
What do you think? Explain hate on Charlo Jamal, please. What specifically are we talking about?
Basically, oh, Jamal, he looked bad. Oh, he didn't do good against Brandon Adams. He lost Matt Korobov. He's blah blah blah. He's not ready for Canelo. He doesn't deserve Canelo. Like, what do these other dudes do to fight Canelo?
Well, Triple G beat Daniel Jacobs.
Well, okay, Triple G. I'm not arguing Triple G. I'm arguing a Rocky Fielding. Like, that fight meant nothing. That fight meant nothing.
It meant nothing to you, but to Canelo, he moved up in weight. When did Charlo move up in weight and challenge for even a regular title?
I mean, he been trying to, ain't it?
But that's what I'm saying. You see, y'all get mad because Canelo has that clout, right? Canelo is the one that can say, man, I'm going to go fight Kovalev. You think Charlo could say that? Would Kovalev answer Charlo's phone?
Well, apparently Kovalev ain't take the Canelo fight either. So.
No, that's you so wrong. You so wrong. You so wrong. And I'm going to read you the quote right now. According to Michael Coppinger, who we all know breaks news left and right, Gennady Golovkin versus Jaime Munguia is reportedly possible for GGG's next fight and could even take place September 14th. If Canelo doesn't use that date, Bob Arum claims Canelo is enduring knee trouble, which could push a Kovalev bout back to the end of the year. And this is all according to Coppinger, right? Now, there is another, I thought I had the right quote pulled up, but there's another one. Let me see if I could go straight to Coppinger that says that Bob says that if the Canelo Kovalev fight happens, check this out, that there is a deal in place to pay step aside money to Yard, and then Yard will get a fight on Top Rank card. I'm gonna find it, but look for it yourself because you are the last caller. and I don't want to stick around a few extra minutes just for that. But obviously, I didn't make it. Okay, here it goes. Just go to his thing. He says, Arum outlines here that Canelo is experiencing discomfort with his knee. Scenario where it's Mexican Independence Weekend. Canelo. Okay, here we go. Munguia is possibility to fight Triple G if this fight falls. If Canelo Alvarez is indeed fights Sergey Kovalev, especially if Canelo Kovalev doesn't land in September. In that scenario, would ensure Dazn has Mexican Independence Day weekend fight covered. So the whole possibility of Triple G Munguia is based off Canelo Kovalev, champ. But you can find this on Michael Coppinger's word I like to use is verified Twitter, so that you know it is his Twitter. And I got to get to some super chats. Let me get a refresh. No last minute calls I see, no problem. So we'll just go to these super chats. We got, what the hell? All right. Sergio Gomez says, Earl don't like you, Ness, but we ride with you, homie. Well, shout out to you, man. Appreciate the love, man. And I love Earl, man. He don't gotta like me. I love him. He's a great fighter, and it's funny. I got a video with Earl very early in his career, bro. So early. And we're in Gleason's gym, and I'm illegally, rolling the camera, right? Because they don't want you to roll the camera because he's shy, quote unquote, back then. And you can hear Kelly Swanson saying that on the video. Kelly Swanson is none other than obviously Floyd Mayweather's publicist, Bernard Hopkins' publicist, Daniel Jacobs. She has all the big fighters, and obviously now black fighters, because she's been with PBC after Floyd and the whole Heyman thing happened. She just never left Floyd's side, and then obviously her services became used by Golden Boy and Al and every promoter, Lou DiBella, everyone uses it, right? So in that video, you can see me begging Earl to let me come to the camp, and him very shyfully not wanting to answer, and and then Kelly defending him and stepping in like, hey, you got to leave him alone. He's shy. And I'm like, and I specifically say, he's a star. He's a star. People just need to see him. That's why I want him to let me in the camp. This is before he was a star. It's all right, though, but, it's a bumpy road. And fighters specifically, I've been doing this over, probably this year is 10 years now, right? And fighters specifically, they forget, and that's just the nature of it. Like, I hold no grudges, but I've had countless champions be cool and then become champion, and they're not cool no more. That's why I value Deontay Wilder. His number doesn't change. His energy doesn't change. From prospect to champion, he don't change. I could text him right now, and it's no issues, Some people change. When they don't need you, they don't need you. Some people need you right now, Prospects need you right now, and then they don't. And that's just the nature of the beast. So Earl is in his superstar mode, and that's cool, I still appreciate the shit out of, of him and his fights. His trainer, Derek James, still, very cool with me. Hopefully that doesn't get ruined. But let me go to Boomerang status on the Mastermind tip. I'm hoping one day this man gets a iPhone so he can indulge in that Mastermind chat. But NO in the NO.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you a young fella, and he comes from the Magnolia.
Sound lets you know I'm on the road, dog. We trying to keep shit popping on the show, man. I'm good.
What up? What up?
How it sound, what the quality is. I'm good with the quality, bro.
Very good, man. It sound like you must be pulled over somewhere.
All right, cool. That's what I want to make sure you dig. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, see, bro, I was in the iPhone. I was bringing my daughter to get an iPhone fixed, dog, in the Apple store, man. I'm glad I'm not a part of that fucking shit, Ness, man. That shit a fucking madhouse. You heard me? They got 1,000 people that work in there, and 1,000 motherfuckers in there trying to get their phone fixed. And everybody getting their charges stolen. I ain't said, but since I had my new, bro, nobody never stole my fucking charges.
Cause don't nobody got them shits, bruh.
I'm glad. I'm glad. And my battery lasts long as a motherfucker.
Hey yo, that's the funniest thing too. You ever ask for a charger and you need a USB like that? Don't nobody ever got that shit. The only reason I ever asked for that shit is because it charges like my Beats or my actually my Beats broke. I got Bose and my little, I don't know, that little, what you call it, Bluetooth speakers. That's the only thing I need a little USB for. And the only people that got them shits is Droid users. And who the fuck even hangs with Droid users? You better change that shit, man. I promise you. Matter of fact, I'm putting out a prayer today. God, help us so we could just gift him a Christmas iPhone. We gotta gift you one, man. Come on, man. Get into the 21st century.
Say, dog, I'm about to get the new Note 10, dog. I can't fuck with y'all with that Apple shit, dog. You shout out to JD too, man. Shout out to JD. Everybody that's holding it down. The struggle is real, baby. Now this fucking boxing shit.
Fucking
check this out with this boxing shit, dog. Like, yeah, man. You know what? Yeah, hashtag droid game, man. You hear me? Shout out to everybody in the chat, you dig? But check this out, Ness. These mother say, bro. I respect what the other caller said, man. Why the fuck Cholo can't get a shot, man? We got Willie the Worm and all these other motherfuckers that get a shot at Triple G and Canelo and shit. So why is it a problem when Cholo stepped to the plate? Like why we don't want to see that fight? Everybody want to see Willie the Worm and all these other motherfuckers who I can't even remember. Like I don't remember none of these motherfuckers' name, but they had a shot at the shot. Now this man can't get an opportunity. Man, come on, man. We gotta put some pressure on these motherfuckers and get this shit to turn up, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel about it, Ness, baby. That's my call.
Hey, man, I'm just saying, man, you gotta do something. And others have done a little more. Just a little more. Even Daniel Jacobs, hasn't he done a little more? You know, everyone that got that Canelo shot, man. Unless he picked you, which is okay, because as that type of champion, you are allowed. That's what you do. That's what Earl did, right? He picked Mikey Garcia. He didn't go fight the winner of Porter and Garcia first. No, he picked Mikey. And we let him get that off because it's like, yo, he was calling you out. You about to teach him a lesson, and that's cool. But when you the A side, you picked. Cotto picked Sergio. You know? He chose to go fight Sergio for that belt. He knew Sergio was injured, but he got to choose because he's the A side. Floyd picked Canelo. He picked Maidana, Robert Guerrero. Like, y'all gonna tell me them dudes was mandatories or some shit? Come on, man. Yo, Charlo. Charlo. What about Thurman? Nobody ain't had that energy for Thurman when Floyd was ducking Thurman. Thurman on here on HBO. Yo, you better not duck me. Don't duck me, Floyd. Still getting ducked. Nobody got that energy. Why? Because, his biggest fight was Bundu. How he ducking Floyd? The biggest fight is Bundu. Who the fuck is Bundu? So why y'all ain't got the same energy? Y'all so fickle, man. Brandon, what up? Brandon, we gonna call you Mr. I Want to Steal Your Spot. That's what they calling you in the Patreon community, chat.
Oh, yeah.
They misunderstood you, man.
Yeah.
I understood you.
Yeah, I know, man. Them niggas weird, man. Them niggas weird. They need to get some money and some pussy. But shout out to all my truck drivers like, we really get money and get pussy. We ain't screaming money gang living in our mom's basement and shit. But I agree with both sides.
Why you always taking shots at my promoter, man? That's the greatest promoter Border Wars ever seen.
Yeah. tell him let's play Big Bang, Little Bang. Get the fuck off the internet. But shout out to I agree with both sides to an extent. I like Charlo. From a matchup standpoint, I wouldn't mind seeing Charlo versus Canelo. From a matchup standpoint, young, athletic black fighter in his prime. We really haven't seen that. Seeing Canelo fights, nobody like that. For one, we need to put some respect on Kirkland's name. I mean, I've been watching boxing for a while. Kirkland was a name back then. People keep saying he should have fought Charlo when he fought Kirkland. Kirkland was a fan favorite. Correct me if I'm wrong. He was never in a boring fight, man. He was a brawler.
Anybody that tells you that, I hope you're listening to that shit on the internet, because if they're around, you need to walk away and never talk to them. Because again, when Canelo fought Kirkland, Charlo was coming off the Michael Finley win. He ain't even fought Bundridge yet.
Yeah, Kirkland had that war with Angulo and shit. Like, he was never in a boring fight, so of course they gonna pick him. You know, he's a guy you can expect a war with. But so like I said, as far as the Charlo fight, I would want to see it from a fan perspective, just because of the style matchup. But you know, Kovalev and Callum Smith, those are also, you know, good matchups for him, and you know, both of them big risk. It ain't like he turning down Charlo for shittier opposition. But as far as all you motherfuckers calling in, bitching about the politics of boxing and how Charlo getting a fair deal, you motherfuckers make me sick, man. All of a sudden, y'all care about politics.
Support his pay-per-view, man. Support his pay-per-view. When Al tries to do what he did with Thurman and with Earl, when it's Charlo's turn, support him. Like they did with Wilder. Man. Support him. And support him better than $325,000. You know? Let's get behind our fighters if we want them to get a shot. We need to make them popular.
Right, because these motherfuckers make me sick. I call in, complain about the politics of boxing when it come to like Bud and Crawford, all the Wilder and AJ shit. I was the only one saying that these motherfuckers need to fight. Everybody was talking A side, B side, laughing at me. Haha, Bud on the wrong side of the street. Motherfuckers don't have no problem with the politics of boxing until it's the guy they like on the opposite spectrum of the fucking politics of boxing. Y'all don't give a fuck about the politics of boxing. Oh, now y'all care about the politics of boxing when it's your guy who ain't getting a fair deal, or when it's your guy, Al Heyman fighter who y'all see Al Heyman can't make everything happen for his fighters. Now y'all want to bitch about the politics of boxing? Welcome to being a fucking real boxing fan. You motherfuckers make me sick. That's how I feel every day when these big fights don't get made. Now all of a sudden when it's Charlo the guy you like, y'all give a damn about the politics. But that's all I got to say, man. The politics has been the politics. Now you see how real boxing fans feel. That's how we feel every day when these big fights don't get made and the best don't fight the best.
Boxing politics are simple. It's analytics. It's analytics, bro. If you ain't popular, you not getting the fight. It don't matter what scenario we talking about. It ain't gonna happen until it makes sense. Like, these phrases are synonymous with this sport. And until y'all learn that, you're gonna be frustrated. A frustrated boxing fan for a long time. But you will hear, you know, if you go back and listen to years of podcasts from right here on the Boxing Voice, you will hear me repeatedly use the phrase, I live in my reality. And that's this reality. It's the reality we live in, where A-sides call the shots. This is it. This is it. You know? Until that changes, which it won't, because every time a new B-side becomes an A-side, they become the A-side. They never remember that they were the B-side. Think of Miguel Cotto when he finally got from under Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather, and it was his turn to be the A-side. He had hella concessions for Trout, hella concessions for Canelo, hella concessions for fucking Sergio Martinez. Remember, you just are fickle. You don't remember. A-sides always act like they A-sides, especially when you like Cotto that you was a B-side for so long. When it's your turn, it's your turn. When it's your turn, it's your turn. Canelo was a B-side, but y'all forget because y'all fickle. Y'all fickle. But he said something in an interview on YouTube. He mentioned that he would take a catch weight with Floyd at 152 if they gave it to him. That's how bad he wanted to fight Floyd. So Floyd sent that contract like that and used that narrative in the media. But again, you're fickle. You probably didn't even live through that era, so you don't remember any of that. But there was a time where he had to bite down and fight at a catch weight of 152, where everyone thought he wouldn't make it. We thought he would die trying to make it because he was always a big boy. He never won a title at 47, only an interim title, WBC interim, because he never, he couldn't stick around in that weight long enough. But Canelo has been the B-side to Floyd and to Cotto. And when he became the A-side, he became the A-side. Just like Andy Ruiz. He was the B-side. Now he out here talking about, I want 50 million. I want to fight in Mexico. Because when you become the A-side, it's your turn. You'll learn that. Just keep watching. And if not, stay tuned to theboxingvoice.com. We will continue to, walk you through it. Do as best we can. Shout out to all the new media out there fighting that good fight. I'm your host, Nestor Gibbs. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTO. Catch me on patreon.com/theboxingvoice for a film study today. And hit me up on the community page on Patreon for any possible new topics. I'm going to go walk the dogs, hit the gym. And if the community page has some recommendations, we're going to go for another one and be back. So if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, don't forget to do so right here at youtube.com/theboxingvoice. And catch you guys later on this afternoon. Peace.